Marcus Hayes, Fight Hub TV, man, here with the guy that needs no introduction. I'm gonna give you one anyway. My man Gary Russell Jr. Gary, man, what the Juneteenth belt, bro? So, man, seldom seen on the boxing scene. Where you been, buddy?
Man, listen, man, I've been in the kitchen cooking. I've been grinding, getting my little brother situated for this fight come Saturday. It's so crazy, man. I had to take a back seat to the fighting side and put my big boy shoes on for the coaching side for my younger brother for this particular fight. But once he's done, come Saturday, then we can be mashing the gas back on me. So stay tuned.
So, career not over with.
Oh no.
Talk to us about the belt, man. What you think about that belt?
Man, Mauricio and the WBC, they surprised me with this today. But it kind of makes sense, though. It kind of makes sense. I've been the longest reigning champion.
One of the longest running champions in the sport.
To represent the sanctioning body, to represent the sport and the sanctioning body, the WBC sanctioning body. So it kind of made sense for them to, honor me and my family, and more importantly, my dad, with the Juneteenth title, man. This made my day.
Definitely, man. And you know what, Gary, we're coming up on just this past May, 2-year mark of your father leaving our physical presence, man. Talk to us about the Fight and Russell tradition that your father laid upon you and carrying on to the legacy to the next generation, bro.
Man, it's so crazy. I was just telling them in my other interviews, to the younger generation, pay the fuck attention. Listen. Do less talking and more listening, because at some point in time, we're going to get cut off from that access of information, whether it's your mother, your father, you're one of your mentors, your big homie, or etc. Keep your ears open, man. Pay attention and suck in as much information as possible, because at some point in time, we're going to get cut off from that information, and we'll only be able to go by our memory and what we paid attention to, and I'm grateful that, that I was a daddy's baby. And Pops instilled so much into me, as well as my younger siblings, that we continue to move forward. We're gonna take this journey and play this shit for Pop. So it means a lot, man. I'm grateful.
Huge weekend, Gary Antuanne Russell getting a crack at Alberto Puello. Somebody's has got to go.
Got to go. And
talk to us about your expectation for your brother and exactly where he is at this point in his career.
I believe he's exactly where he's supposed to be at this point in his career. I believe that I tell my brother all the time, "What's up, baby?" I tell him all the time, the difference between good and great is inches and centimeters, and the ability to execute the game plan. The ability to execute. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for with him. He's still young, he's growing, he's maturing, but I expect him to be, this is the hell of a stage for him. I feel like this is his official come-out party. You know what I mean? So for him to go out here and have a good showing on Saturday night, I think it's gonna plateau him to that next level.
And for you having already been at that next level, man, can you just give the fans some insight into your conversations with your brother, being the longest reigning WBC champion at one point in the fight game? I think that you might even have the record for having the belt for as long as you have, and that's why you got that.
That's why I say it was a surprise, but it makes all the sense in the world, for them to present me with this. So I'm definitely grateful for Mauricio. And I definitely want to shout out my man Al, a.k.a. Charlie. You know who you are.
How do you help to mentally prepare your brother for these moments? Naturally, with him having watched you on your trajectory and then seeing the greatness on your own, but what are your conversations like as he gets closer and closer to the apex of the sport?
I just tell him.
Our translator, Martine Bader here.
I just tell him we have a lot of conversations. I tell him never to magnify the event. Never magnify the event. I don't care if it's the biggest card you ever fought on. The moment you start thinking about how big the stage is, you took yourself away from what you're really supposed to be focusing on. And that's nothing other than executing the game plan and kicking his boy ass. So not focus on nothing else, tunnel vision, and we locked in. them some of the things that we'll be giving. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if you ask him right now, he'll tell you. I'm always telling intellect over athleticism.
And that says something for guys that are so athletic like you are. It's crazy to hear a guy that's probably one of the fastest fighters of all time say intellect over athleticism.
Intellect over athleticism. I honestly feel as though it's not the fastest, it's not the biggest, it's not the strongest person to win. I believe it's the smartest person who wins the fight. You can be fast, but if your hand speed, you can't properly position the person where you want them to be, it doesn't make a difference. You can hit hard, but if you can't land that shit on nobody, it doesn't make a difference. It doesn't matter how strong you are if you can't land that shit effectively.
Gary, talk to us about the main event. Tank Davis, a guy that you've gone back and forth with for a while now.
I never went back and forth with Tank. I always just said, it was never a back and forth. I always just wanted to fight. I felt as though the sport was too small for both of us to be in
such close proximity.
For us to be in so much close proximity and for us not to at least clash. There's no way that's been a thing with them. I take nothing from him. I think he's a good fighter. Hopefully he gets a win. I ain't seen much of Frank, but I believe we're in for a good fight. You know, I think it's a very entertaining card. The Benavidez is going to be a good one. The guy that he's fighting, I didn't see much of him, but then I went to go and check them out. He's a fucking bricklayer. So
the guy that ended Adonis Stevenson's career in the ring.
He's a bricklayer, you know. So it's stuff like that it's a hell of a card, and for my younger brother to be a part of it, you know, I think it's great.
You know, I wanted to ask you because at one point you were linked to Devin Haney. There was conversations about that. What do you think about the Devin Haney Ryan Garcia situation that's going on here? Do you think that Devin Haney needs a rematch with Ryan Garcia to kind of undo what we all saw?
I think, to be honest with you, this is no shade with nobody. They was talking about Ryan being on steroids and stuff like that. Steroids does not help your skill set. If someone takes steroids, it does not help you become a better fighter. It just helps you be able to maintain a certain level of endurance throughout the fight. You'll still have that first, second round win in the 12th round. You can still maintain probably your first or second round strength in the 12th round, but it doesn't help you become a better fighter. I believe if they was to fight again, even if Ryan didn't take anything, I don't know if Ryan was even proven up taking anything or not. Whether he was taking it or not, I feel as though the outcome would be the same. I feel as though he just showed the deficiencies in Devin's game. Devin he showed that he never was a defensively sound fighter. He showed that when he did get touched clean, that he got hurt. You know, I believe this was the first time that he fought someone that had a little more reach than him and was willing to mash the gas and send some motherfucking scuds. And that's what happened. I don't believe that Devin had the skill set to be able to properly offset it.
Where do you think he goes from here? And considering the fact that he still has a title coming off of a loss like that.
That's what makes it bad. I mean, I think it puts Devin back against the wall. I believe it puts Devin back against the wall because he took a loss like that. And now for him to even somewhat redeem himself, he's going to have to fight someone of equal caliber. And I don't know how he's going to bounce back from that.
Wise words from a champion of champions, my man Gary Russell Jr., Capitol Heights, Maryland, in the house, man.
Shout out to Mauricio and the WBC.
When we gonna see you again, bro? When do we get to see you again? I know you said after this, but when and who do you want? What you looking for?
I ain't gonna lie, if I had my perfect 3-fight layout, one of the guys, they moved, but I would have loved for my comeback fight to be Isaac Cruz at 135. Immediately after that, I wanted Tank Davis, and then I wanted Lomachenko.
Well, there you have it. Marcus Hayes with Fight Hub TV with my man, Gary Russell, my dog. Good to see you, my guy.
Thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe for more videos of your favorite fighters over here on Fight Hub TV, and give us a follow online as well at Fight Hub TV on Twitter and on Instagram. We appreciate it, guys.